How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, today, I want to have a little bit of a discussion with you guys about what I hope we're going to be getting ourselves in 2019 for Pokemon Generation 8. Now, yeah, so as you can see on the screen right here, you already probably know what we're going to talk about. So, as you guys might have seen, there's been this weird discussion going on Twitter right now about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee versus Yokai Watch 4, which actually is so crazy to me. Not the fight and not like the discussions and not any of that stuff, but rather Yokai Watch 4 looks amazing. And I want to just kind of talk about how I just pray to God that we're going to get something like Yokai Watch 4 in terms of graphics and style and fidelity next year, because this game to me looks amazing, and I'm going to explain why, and why Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee are kind of disappointing in some areas, and not just the graphics, but like just in general how these games look slightly more disappointing to me than like previous Pokemon games. And again, guys, it's my opinions. If you don't agree with me, please, for the love of God, understand that you don't have to agree with me. If you feel differently, if you love Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, if you're excited for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, that is totally fine. Buy the games, enjoy them, play them. If you want to pre-order them, pre-order them. You know what I mean? Buy the Pokeball Plus, whatever you want to do. Get the game, enjoy it, play it to its fullest extent, and love every minute of it. If that's what you feel like you want to do, and if that's how you feel about these games, then do it. Nobody's going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my opinions. So if you don't enjoy hearing other people's opinions, then don't watch this video. Actually, just generally don't come on YouTube most of the time, because most people will share their thoughts and stuff. And I want to share my opinions and thoughts today about Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee specifically, as I see a few issues with the games that I hope won't be present in Pokemon 2019, because we already know one thing for a fact, and this was confirmed by, I think Ishihara specifically said that there will be no Pokemon Go integration or no Pokemon Go connection to the 2019 games, which, pray the Lords, thank you so much. And I think we can expect these sort of graphics, like this level of graphics right here. I can expect that we will be seeing something like Yokai Watch 4 in graphics for Pokemon Generation 8. If we don't get that, then I don't trust Game Freak ever again. And you know why? You could be saying, that's stupid. Why would you do that? That's just dumb. Oh, you're not a fan. You don't care. You just care about graphics. The thing is, the reason why I'm saying this is because, Game Freak doesn't have the excuse anymore. They don't have the excuse that, oh, we don't have the hardware to work on. You can't say, oh, we don't have the hardware anymore. You're not working on this anymore. You're not working on the Game Boy anymore. You're not working on these devices anymore. You're working with the Switch, a actually decent device that isn't underpowered, a good and powerful device that can run this game. It can run Yokai Watch 4. If they can run Yokai Watch 4, then you can make a game that looks like Yokai Watch 4. You can do it. I swear to God, if a Pokemon game looked like this, right here, boy, I will be so done. Now, you may be saying, okay, but Pokemon shouldn't be realistic. It shouldn't look realistic, yada, yada, yada. This isn't even realistic looking graphics. This is like anime to a teeth. This is perfect cel-shaded anime style graphics. It's just perfect. And that's what I love about these. They just look just the perfect amount. Like, it's just like the perfect, you've got the realism up here, you've got the cartoony shit down here, and you got anime up here a little bit, right? When you meet these two, and right in the middle, right perfectly, right? The realism matches up perfectly with the anime art style, the cartooniness. It's just perfect enough. And overall, the screen here looks just fantastic. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like the actual screen, you can see it just looks genuinely awesome. In the bottom corner, and I'll just see if I can get a better image right here. In the bottom corner right here, you can see you have like a you have the layout or like the input buttons on the Switch, and if you press the bottom one, you get your bike out. If you press the upper one, you get your I guess your Yokai Watch out. If you press ZL, you actually get I guess your actual Yokai Watch like scope or whatever you use, you get that out. Now, as someone who hasn't played Yokai Watch much, and who only really watched a little bit of the anime, but just wasn't too much into it because it felt like too childish to me, I noticed one thing as I looked more into like the information about Yokai Watch. The game evolves. Like, the game actually evolves. And not just the game, the franchise evolves. The characters grow up. The Pokemon, they grow up. Not the Pokemon, sorry. The Yokai Watch. I say Pokemon now, all of a sudden. The Yokai Watch, they actually grow up and evolve alongside the player, or the trainer, or, whatever you want to call the Yokai Watch catcher. The kid in the freaking series. They grow up with the character. And that's insane to me. Because you look at Pokemon. Pokemon isn't evolving in any manner. Look at the anime, right? Somehow, the anime actually went backwards. I don't understand that. Why did the anime go backwards? I love the X and Y anime. The X and Y anime is probably one of the best received animes, seasons out of all the Pokemon seasons. If we don't, not counting like season 1 and stuff, but it's one of the best received ones. Why? Because Ash actually looked like he grew up. He looked like he had actually matured. So it's easier for someone like myself to actually connect more with him. To be like, okay, and this was back when that was out, right? And I was still like, I was like 15, something like that. And I was like, okay, cool, I can connect to Ash now. I can feel like I can understand him. I can see how he's grown up now and he's looking more adult and all this stuff. And more people love that. People enjoyed that. But no. We gotta go backwards. We gotta make Ash into a total dimwit, into a total child now. Make him dumber than season 1, which is so incredibly stupid. Like, why make him stupider in the Sun and Moon anime? It just made no sense to me. And that's the problem for me that I noticed. And that's why I wasn't even going to bring that up in this whole discussion about Pokemon and Yokai Watch and how, like, Yokai Watch actually evolves and Pokemon doesn't. I wasn't even going to bring that up. But now that I think about it, I have to, because it's such a huge issue for Pokemon is that they're too scared to actually do any actual changes. Now, you may be saying, oh, well, you're complaining about Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, but they're trying to do something different. No, they're not. They're trying to cash in on Pokemon Go. They're trying to cash in on Pokemon Go, because Pokemon Go is still making them, I think, on average, $1 million a day. They're making $1 million a day from Pokemon Go. So they're just trying to cash in on that potential revenue there and try to make, just make a game reusing assets, by the way. So yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee actually are reusing assets. And I'll see if I can, they actually reuse the Pokemon Go 3D models for all the Pokemon. They reuse them from freaking Pokemon. Oh god, that's where I get really confused. They actually reuse the models from Pokemon Go. It was proven, somebody, looked at, compared the models, and they look identical, apparently. And it's kind of depressing. Like, was it too hard for them to make brand new models, for this game? I mean, then again, they match here, so sure, you could be like, oh, but that's just business, I mean? They saved money, no, they didn't need to waste time making new models for this game. And that's where the issue comes in, right? These games are not made for me. Right, this game, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, they're not made for me. This game right here, it isn't made for me. As someone who, loves Pokemon, this isn't made for me. This is made for the casuals. This is made for the people who come from Pokemon Go. But why couldn't you make it at least so that even I could enjoy it? Because I don't know if I will enjoy this. Now, again, we don't know. The game isn't out yet. I can't, put a knife into it and be like, nah, this isn't, screw this game. It's awful. I can't say that because I haven't played it yet. I haven't experienced it yet. But the fact of the matter is, Pokemon is limiting, and it shouldn't be anymore. It shouldn't have to be this limiting game and experience anymore. They should be able to actually improve it. And also, sorry, there's a background noise in the background right now. A freaking giant truck is just driving by. It's gigantic, and it's not stopping. I feel like the Pokemon, it's not making any actual progress or evolving as a franchise. Rather, the graphics are staying the same, essentially. If I'm going to be honest, if you compare the Let's Go Pikachu, graphics here, and you compare them to, an upscaled version of Sun and Moon, if you're not playing it on a 2DS or a 3DS, and you actually play it, in 4K resolution or a high resolution on the PC, the graphics actually look just like, essentially, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. They look identical. Of course, this is in 4K with no lines and stuff, but generally, other than that, they look the same. Look at this. This is how they look like in high resolution. You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at this. It just looks like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. And now you look at Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Of course, this will look better. Of course, way better than something like this because this will of course look better than something like a freaking 3DS game that's upscaled. Of course, this is going to look better, but they're not really too much, away from each other. They're on the same wavelength. And another issue with these games is they're very much in the same position. The camera doesn't have any freedom. And that's what I noticed about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee compared to something like Yokai Watch here. And I'm going to take a look at specifically this game here, which is Dragon Quest XI, which I am so excited to play. This game looks fantastic. But here you go. So you notice the camera down here, it's a free roam camera. You can actually move it around and change positions of it. Oh, by the way, sorry about any background noise, but the camera here is free movement. You can do whatever you want with it. You can, you want to look from this side, you can look from this side. It's a free roaming camera. Previously in Pokemon, when there were sprites in the game, where you just use sprites, it made sense that the camera was in the same position all the time, but not with 3D games, especially not when you can make games for the Switch now. You know what I mean? You're not making games for the 3DS anymore. You're making it for the Switch. Why would you need to limit yourself to one camera position, just one single camera position, when you can actually offer us the ability to move it around however we want? Sorry again for any background noise, but again, I feel like they just limit it too much. They could be doing so much good stuff, but instead they're just limiting it down so that they don't have to spend as much effort onto it. Now again, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, as I've already pointed out, as many people will point out in the comment section of this video, even though I'm telling you this is my opinions, I understand, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, they're made for the casuals. They're made as a way to cash in on Pokemon Go. That's what they exist for. They're not there for anything else. I get that. But why didn't you just try to evolve it a bit more? And it just scares me, because apparently these games are mainline games now. They're main series games. They're going to feature, in the future, we're going to get more of these. So I don't want more of these. I'm going to be honest. I'm fine with one Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee game, and I don't want more Let's Go games. I really don't want them anymore. I would prefer just give me a remake or some shit, because this isn't a remake. This is just a freaking cash-in. This is just a quick cash-in on nostalgia, is what it looks like to me. And again, you can attack me as much as you want. You can say, oh, screw you, blah, 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 new gen, whatever. The thing, though, is I'm tired of Kanto. We've seen Kanto too much. You're giving us Kanto again, and you're giving us a Kanto that's just lesser than before. We can't battle Pokemon. We don't have any extra features. We don't have any extra trading methods, any of that stuff. We have less options for Wi-Fi battling. We only have normal battles and, double battles, I think. I don't even know if double battles are available in actual multiplayer. We don't have the ability to Wonder Trade. We don't have the GTS. So I think trading is going to be just a direct trading, through friend list or something like that is what I'm assuming the trading is going to be like. So in general, you're so limited, and I feel like Pokemon could do better. I feel like, Pokemon could evolve and just get so much better, and that's what I'm hoping for Generation 8, guys, and that's why I bring this up, because I think Gen 8 could be this right here. It could be like Yokai Watch, a free roaming camera, because we know for a fact, this upcoming game in Generation 8, this 2019 Pokemon game, it's been told that the game has been in development, okay, for almost 4 years by the time the game comes out. So 4 years of development, that's more than enough time to make a game like this right here. This game, I don't even know how long this has been in development, but it looks fantastic for a Yokai Watch game. And Yokai Watch has only been around since 2013, 2014. So the franchise has only been around for about 4 or 5 years. So I'm not even sure how long this has been in development for, but it looks fantastic. So all I'm saying is that Pokemon Generation 8, if it can look even slightly like this, I'm hyped, guys. I'm ready. But if we just keep getting Let's Go games that look like this, and Pokemon games that just look like this, Pokemon will never change. Pokemon will always be the same, and it will never actually make any improvements upon itself. It's just going to be the same old, with no changes to it, no actual changes. And now I'm going to quickly bring this up before I end up this video. People always tell me, oh, you're complaining about changes because now you can't catch you can't battle Pokemon, you can only catch them. How is that a good change? How is that an actual change? That's just removing a feature. That's not change. That's just, oh, let's take away this thing because, let's just make it so it's more like Pokemon Go. That's all it is. This isn't anything different. This is just let's remove things from them to make the experience lesser. You're just giving us less for more money in return. You want more money from us, but you want, and then again, you could have the argument, oh, but they're a company, they need to make money. Yeah, sure, yeah, of course, they're a company, they're a business, they need to make their money. But, I don't care, Pokemon, if they don't make money, they're not going to be able to afford making the next Pokemon game. Pokemon Go is making $1 million a freaking day. Of course they can afford making more Pokemon games. They make so much money from Pokemon Go. They make so much money from merchandise. They have the money. They don't need another, more extra money, so to say, to be able to afford making these Pokemon games in better styles, better graphics, etc. They don't need that. They even, like I said, they reused assets. They reused Pokemon Go assets. Clearly, they don't need, if they're making, this game, they made Pokemon Quest, and they're making Pokemon, 2019, sorry. If they're making all these games at the same time, clearly they have enough money to pay all those employees and all that stuff. I don't feel like that should be an issue right there. But again, I could be wrong. I could be mistaken fully here. All I want to say is that I'm excited for Generation 8, guys. I'm excited, I'm hyped, because if this is what you can achieve on a Switch, and this is what my main point of this is, that if this is what you can achieve on a Switch, for crying out loud, then I am certain Pokemon can achieve this on a Switch as well. I am certain Pokemon can do it, and I think they will. Again, if you don't like the style, guys, this is just for me, this right here is the perfect match. This is where super realistic, it meets in the middle perfectly with anime cartoony style, right in the middle, perfectly, where it isn't super realistic or hyper realistic, but it's just good enough to where it's not in that uncanny cartoony valley which Pokemon Let's Go is in. Pokemon Let's Go, it doesn't look realistic whatsoever. It looks like a cartoon, like a game. It is, not even a cartoon, just it looks like a children's game. It looks like something I would play on a freaking iPad almost, in a weird way. I'm sorry if I say that, but the cutscenes though in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee do look amazing. I will say that the actual cutscenes look fantastic, but then again, even they are not in super high resolution. The textures you can see are pretty muddy, and they're still kind of the same textures you had with, you know, Sun and Moon on this thing, but now they're just better, you know, slightly better and more upscaled. Other than that, the textures look the same. While then you look at a game like, you know, like this, Dragon Quest, the textures look so good. The fidelity in the game is that, again, this game does the same thing that Yokai Watch 4 does, is that perfect match where it isn't in the uncanny valley of like looking pretty disgusting and weird and over realistic or whatever, or, you know, too cartoony. It's just right in the middle, right, perfectly meets up. And that's the same thing for Yokai Watch, but then Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is just like all the way down to the super cartoony shit. Like that's where it's right now, which is why I hope Generation A is going to be better. Now again, this is the matter. Pokemon doesn't need to be hyper-realistic to be a fun game. But the thing, what I'm trying to say is, they can't stay in the past anymore. You can't just give us all the time just cartoony. It's just gonna get like pretty lame and repetitive after a while, because we're gonna notice you're not making any progress. You're not changing anything. That's why X and Y were so amazing to us, because you finally made a 3D game. We went from 2D to 3D. Now we're expecting you to go from 3D to better 3D, you know what I mean, to just improve 3D. I think Sun and Moon, to me, genuinely looks amazing when it's upscaled. So if you can get, like, you know, just like Sun and Moon, but like more improved and like similar to Yokai Watch 4, I'm excited. But either way, guys, again, I'm still gonna play Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. I'm still gonna try to enjoy them and see, you know, how they are. I'm gonna give my total review on them eventually after I play through the full games, and I'm gonna tell you what I feel about them, how they actually were. But I'm just worried that these games, you know, don't feature. They're just like, you know, lacking in some areas, and it feels, and again, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say it right now, and I know a lot of people are gonna watch this video and start disliking and just hating in the comment section before they even get here. I know it for a fact, because people just don't listen, or the people just, like, you know, they don't care. They just want to like leave dislikes, and they don't want to like hear anybody else's opinions, because, oh no, they're the only right ones. Again, I could be wrong. These games could be amazing. The graphics shouldn't matter so much, but then again, all I'm saying is, we're on the Switch now. You should be able to make games look better and not have to limit them to look like something on the 3DS. That's all I'm trying to say is, like, you know, you can make the games look way better now, and that's what I'm hoping they will do. I'm hoping they will make the games look better. I think, you know, if you look at Detective Pikachu, looked amazing. This game, I mean, I think Detective Pikachu, if it's upscaled, actually looks better than freaking, like, better than Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, in all honesty. But then again, guys, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, guys. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all the next time. Have a great day, and bye-bye.